because I was miserable. Yeah, bad word. I remember that with KEIF.
Yeah.
That was another guy. Boy, talk about guys that hated me in radio. That guy hated me. Remember him? What was that guy's name? Mike Andrews, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He was the afternoon guy.
Yeah. Hated me, hated our show, hated that we were getting numbers on his station.
Yep.
Hated that I didn't like the Sister Bertha Bangers bit. Hated that we trashed that. Hated that we would go on our... Dude, do you remember this? I know we're just memory laning a little bit here, but
it's fun. People always ask about a little bit of the history of the show. So yeah, it's fun.
Do you remember us the first week that we were on the rocket and we pretended like we had flown in?
Oh yeah. We were flying in every week to do the show live on the air.
Right. And I had gotten with Scott and gotten like 2 or 3 like events that were going on.
Yeah, so you acted as if you were live there in town.
Yeah. And literally me and you were just riffing. We were like, yeah, I didn't see you out at Bill's Tire for the hot dog cook-off. Neeley, where were you at? You were like, oh, I was at Joe's bar.
We were doing the Opie and Anthony. Keep it local.
Yeah,
local, local radio. Make sure you mention local stuff.
Yeah, and we were just riffing like we were there.
Yeah, we were goofing on all that stuff.
And we just kept riffing and saying the guys' names. We're like, yeah, you know who I saw here? Anita. Anita was here at the barbecue. That was some fun times.
I know. And the thing is and one of the things I remember looking up is I looked up Enid, Oklahoma, and I looked at some of the street names and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yeah, I was down there on Maple Avenue at the corner of blah, blah, blah. And I saw, old Bill Johnson. Remember him? He used to run that tavern down there at, blah, blah, blah,
Right. We were just pretending like we had been there our whole lives.
Acting like we're citizens of the area or something.
That was so much fun, dude. That shit was funny, man.
It was funny.
That was all. I enjoyed our Enid, Oklahoma time. Yeah, I really did.
Rocket radio.
The Rocket. 104.7, the Rocket.
For some reason, Scott found us entertaining, but the other, DJs on that station, they did not like us at all.
They hate it because we were actually getting traction.
I know, but see, again, we were the Opie and Anthony being syndicated on their station. It's like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah. Well, and it was funny because Scott used to call me. Scott would call me up and he would say, hey man, so-and-so's gonna be playing the Beach Boys or something at 2:00, 2 to 3.
Right.
Would you do a call in?
Yeah.
So we can cross promote. And I was like, sure. I was always willing to do it. And then we would call, and it was that Mike guy that hated me.
Yeah, he didn't like you.
He hated me. And the Beach Boys one, I remember he was doing all Beach Boys. And I requested the one song that Charlie Manson
wrote. That Charlie Manson wrote, yeah.
And he was like, I'm not going to play that song.
Yeah. And I think he called you out for saying freaking on the air or something.
Yeah, he
like
did.
That.
He did for saying freaking.
You said that's something, you said something like that's freaking ridiculous or something. He goes,
yeah.
Freaking, what kind of language is that to be using on the air or some shit like that?
Yeah, he was scolding me. He was the elder statesman.
Yeah. Freaking.
And I said freaking.
Yeah.